Hey everyone, Daniel here from Twin Bytes with another quick tutorial for you. This time I'm going to show you how to create a fillable Word document. So you'll have a document such as this where you can type in all the information, filling in the blanks, and you can make lines and using tables and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to have it so that you can't modify and change the content of this, and only change the part that you want to have filled out, I'm going to show you how to do that here. So the first thing is we need to display the fields that are hidden, and it's under a tab that doesn't exist here right now. So you'll see at the top we got a bunch of different tabs, and as you click on each one you got different stuff. So it doesn't matter where you're at, you can right click anywhere in here and you'll get this little quick menu, and the second option here is to customize the ribbon. When you go in there, we want to look on the right side here, and you'll see one of the things down here is developer that's not checked off. We want to click on developer and hit OK, and now we have a developer tab that appears. So when we click in here, we've got a whole bunch of options, and we're not going to go through all of them here. They don't all pertain to doing a fillable document, but it does give you other features that can be done in other videos we can go through. So for the sake of this video, we're going to be focusing on the controls section here. So looking at the form that I have here, the first field here is date. So if I look in here, we'll see that there's a date control. So I can click on that and it fills in a control that I can click into, and it allows me to pick the date. The next one here is a name. So this is a text field. So we have a couple of options for text. We have a plain text control and we've got a rich text control. So we can see that both of them, what they look like. We'll put in the rich text here, and then if we go down the number, we're going to put in a plain text. And just looking at them here, they look the same, but let's just do a sample. So I fill in the information here and it looks like it's all the same, but if I was to go in here and I can make some changes to part of this, you can see that I can modify the individual parts of the text. But if I was to take part of this and say I want to just change these couple numbers, it changes the whole thing. So we don't have the same level of control over these things with the plain text. So if you want to have more style control, then you'd choose the rich text option. Otherwise, just do the plain text. So I'm going to just reset this back. Moving on to address, that's another text field. City, maybe instead of having to type in the cities, I want to have a little bit more control over that. For the city, I'm going to add a content control combo box. This allows me to do two things. I can have it fillable manually, or I can add to the list. So if I highlight this, I'm going to go up to properties, and don't worry about title tag and all this stuff. This is for more database controlled forms, which we're not going to get into in this video. But you can change some of the look to it, like the bounding box versus start and end tag. You can see how that looks. It just looks a little bit different. And you can change the background color to it as well if you like. But what we want to do is at the bottom here, going to add and start adding in some fields. And we'll okay that. So when we go in here, we can see that we've got a few options in the drop down list, so they don't have to type in anything, they can just select it. But if there's one that's missing and they want to put that in there, they can actually click in here and fill it out. Now if we did the other combo box here, it's a drop down list, we're not able to type in anything in here, it just doesn't work. But the same thing, we're able to go into the properties and we can give it a different style, color, and we'll add a couple of provinces in there. Now I can't click into this because it doesn't show anything, so I'm going to put it back to a bounding box. So when I click on the drop down, I've got the options here, but if I wanted to just type something in, it just doesn't let me do anything. And if we look at the bottom here, you can see it says you can't make changes because the selection is locked, whereas up here we can make the changes. So postal code will be just text, so we can just add another plain text field there. Here we've got option boxes that we're going to want, so we can go up here and choose a checkbox, and we'll just add one to each option. And so this is something that anyone filling this out can choose one or more of the options if they wanted to. And then if you wanted to add a photo, there is an option up here to insert a picture content control box. So if they were to click into here, it allows them to choose a picture from their computer or online. So there's a few options here with filling out the blanks. Now what we want to do is lock this in place so that they can't modify the other things, such as the date fields and that. We don't want anyone changing that. So what we want to do is up at the top here, there's restrict editing. If you click on that, then there's a checkbox for number 2 here to allow only this type of editing in the document. So we'll turn that on. No changes, read only. We want to go into filling in forms. So then it will just allow you to fill in the form. So we'll say yes to start enforcing the protection. You can put in an optional password as well, which is a good idea. Otherwise they can unlock it themselves. So I'll just put in a password. And now it is locked in place. So if we look at this to select the date, I can't even select it to do anything to it. And including the picture, right click, you can see everything is grayed out. There's nothing I can do with that, but I am able to make use of the form here and type in stuff. I've got my drop down menu, and that all works great here. We just can't edit anything else. So that's basically it for how you can create a fillable Word document. Then you can send this document out to anybody and have them fill out the form, and they can save it with their information filled in and send it back to you. So that's it for this quick tutorial. I hope you did find it helpful. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell to be notified right away every time we come out with a new video so you don't miss any of our content. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.